There's just no way this is real. That's the sentiment spreading like wildfire across Canada right now. Mark Carney and the Liberals somehow winning the 2025 federal election? Not with Pierre Poilievre leading in the polls for months. Not. With frustration boiling over in swing ridings. And certainly not with what just happened. A bombshell ruling from a federal judge has triggered multiple judicial recounts, and the fallout is nothing short of a political earthquake. These aren't your garden variety recounts. They're not just double-checking math. They're questioning the very legitimacy of this election. Miscounted ballots, rejected votes, postal code errors, ballots in the wrong ridings. Canada's election system is wobbling under pressure. And Elections Canada, it's feeling the heat like never before. Mark Carney's so-called victory is hanging by a thread, one judicial ruling away from collapse. These recounts aren't just academic. They could redraw the House of Commons, flip key seats, and with it, potentially flip the balance of power. And now Canadians are asking the one question that every democracy dreads. What the hell just happened? This wasn't an election. It was a circus. Carney entered politics promising to restore trust. But if this is trust, Canada might need to book a national appointment with a therapist or an exorcist. The documented irregularities are staggering. Advanced ballots that don't match voter lists. Ballot boxes labeled wrong, discrepancies that would make a third-world dictator blush. And if this is incompetence, it's on a historic scale. If it's something else, then we've got a bigger crisis on our hands. As of today, at least 11 ridings have triggered full judicial recounts. That number's climbing by the hour. And the margins? Razor thin. Forget 5,000 vote gaps. We're talking single digits. In Newfoundland's Terra Nova, it could come down to one ballot. One miscounted vote might shake the very foundation of Canada's next government. Meanwhile, in Windsor, things went from bad to shocking. The Liberals originally claimed a comfy 77-vote lead. Then the recount hit, and suddenly the Conservatives won by 4, not 400, 4 votes. If that's not daylight political robbery, what is? It's not just one riding. East Halton Hills is under the microscope after a suspicious surge in Liberal support during advanced polls. No demographic shift. No turnout boom, just a magical jump in votes. What is this? Hogwarts election services? Because unless a polling station opened in Dumbledore's office, nothing else explains it. Over in Vancouver South, it's even worse. The number of ballots counted doesn't match the number of voters who actually showed up. That's not democracy. That's ghost voting. Zombie ballots. Call Scooby-Doo because this is a full-blown mystery. Halifax is a mess too. Misfiled ballots, votes dumped into the wrong district piles. Imagine mailing your rent to the wrong landlord. You'd be evicted. But in 2025 Canada, you get a Liberal. Seat in Parliament. In Montreal, Carney's own turf is under judicial review. Mail-in ballot irregularities, advanced poll issues, ballots counted after deadlines. Let that sink in. The guy who ran the Bank of England can't even manage a ballot count in his own riding. You literally can't make this up. And the chaos? It's spreading. The Liberals technically won a minority, but they're bleeding credibility by the hour. Voters are livid. MPs from contested ridings are fielding angry calls, dodging accusations of fraud. And Carney? Nowhere to be found. Not one full press conference since this disaster began. Not one. Meanwhile, Pierre Poilievre is going scorched earth. He's calling it what it is. A disgrace. A farce. He's asking the obvious. If Carney can't secure his own seat cleanly, how is he supposed to run an entire country? Let's talk Quebec. In Terrebonne, the seat flipped on one vote. That's not a functioning democracy. That's roulette. And the recounts keep piling up. Mislabeled boxes, unsealed ballots, improper voter ID, envelopes without custody records. People voting with handwritten notes. What is this? An elementary school suggestion box? Elections Canada is looking less like an electoral authority and more like a sitcom with budget cuts. Or maybe this isn't incompetence. Maybe it's sabotage. In a suit and tie. Inside Liberal HQ, it's total meltdown mode. Internal polls are tanking. Strategists are leaking. Trudeau's old staffers are quietly pointing fingers at Carney's team. This was supposed to be the comeback. The adult in the room, the technocrat who'd restore calm. What Canada got instead was a banker who can't count ballots. Canadians were promised stability. What they got was electoral whiplash. Writings turning red, then blue, then red again. All while Carney hides, shrinking behind a collapsing image of competence. He said he'd lead with transparency. So where is he? He's not leading, he's not fixing, he's not answering. And now, as the judicial recounts pile up and the political map redraws itself hour by hour, one truth is becoming impossible to ignore. Mark Carney wasn't ready. Not for this election, not for this mess. And Canadians, they're not buying the fairy tale anymore. So the only question left is simple. Was this Canada's biggest electoral disaster, or just the beginning of Mark Carney's political implosion? Let us know in the comments, because this story, it's just getting started.